What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Aaron Shack 64 here. We're back. Another episode from our Control series. I believe this is our 8th episode. So, we're gonna look at a couple of things here. We have missions here. Let's do that. This is happening again. This is weird. I might have to, I don't know what I'm gonna have to do with the C40. It's, this controller is moving on its own.
Fuck if they're in there and we go around that way. No.
Look at that. It's doing that all on its own. Wow.
Marshall didn't give me any orders before she left. Guess I'll just keep managing.
Alright, we might switch out controllers here in a second. Let's go to the sector elevator here. Alright, so research and records. There's a level 5. Because I believe we have a level 6 clearance now. Let me double check. Yeah. Okay, so if we look at our map here. Oh, the luck and probability room. And he's dead. Oh, gotcha. Huh. Gotcha. Okay, I still got it. Still do this. Was worried I was gonna be a little rusty. No, I think we're good in this area. The sync lab. Oh yeah, we could go to the sync lab. Sync lab. Just through the ritual division. Okay. Looking at our list here. To mirror testing. Altered item inside. Alright, are we doing anything? No, we're not really doing anything in this sector. So let's do grip and pierce.
Why'd they keep an altered item here? Looks like there's a mirror in there.
Interesting. The mirror. This proposal is to finally determine the precise nature of the reflected space within the altered item. Is it transplanar, psychologically generated, or rooted within our own dimension? How does the altered item know the space in its vicinity well enough to reflect it? Why does it reflect some materials but not others? Is the space a parallel reality? If so, we need to consider that while we possess the physical end of this mirror, someone else owns the other. What purposes might they use it for? Can they walk through into our own world? What are their motives? Lastly, to what purpose does the altered item produce the reflections of individuals that enter it? Can these reflected entities leave the altered item? As with altered items, we need to attempt to distinguish if the behavior is blank. Okay. Let's see. Alright, let's not mess with those switches yet. Till we know what's going on. Mirror containment. AI-60, the mirror does not reflect its surroundings with perfect accuracy. The environment seen in its glass contains slight distinctions. It is unknown why the mirror does this. If there is any blank, then it's something we can't perceive. Popular theory is that the mirror has a goal in mind, that it reflects the world it wishes were real, subtly replacing our reality with its own. While certainly far-fetched, the theory is worth noting here as a warning not to underestimate the mirror. The specially designed black rock panels have been installed to prevent access from our side of the mirrors. For added security, a particular arrangement of the panels is required to open the door. Okay. So, this mirror to be
The shutters in the image look different.
yeah.
Debrief for Mirror Excursion 7C. Subject is Agent Hardy. Hardy spent approximately 3 hours in the mirror. the longest time on record.
Okay.
Can you describe your experience inside, Agent Hardy?
What? What?
Agent Hardy is physically healthy. All tests have come back clean. Yet the speech issue has persisted for hours.
Oh no.
Calm down, Agent.
Wow.
It could be psychosomatic, but the fact that this only occurred after returning from the mirror makes a paranatural explanation more likely. I recommend a battery of tests and a Class Orange quarantine. Excursion 7C. Subject is Agent Hardy. Hardy spent
What am I
approximately
missing?
3 hours in the mirror. It's the longest time on record. Can you describe your experience inside, Agent Hardy? Agent Hardy is physically healthy. Calm down, Agent. It could be psychosomatic, but the fact that this only occurred after returning from the mirror makes a paranatural explanation more likely. I recommend a battery of tests and a Class Orange quarantine.
Okay. Hang on. I might be looking at that wrong.
What do these shutters do? Let me see if I'm looking at this right. It might be opposite.
fuck something up.
Wait, it's not reflecting me? Attention, if you can read this, you are inside the mirror. Oh, shoot.
Yeah, fish? Wait, that didn't sound right. Yeah, that's not good.
Peter 100 snare, Peter 100 snare, er kan man sig alles. Nipster och ears. He limskarpen up Cedar. He draw 106 bus. He sniffs and jerks scary merle fear me.
What? I can't understand you. You need to listen. I saw something in there. There is something inside. You need to lock down the mirror.
Sir, I off the sister, how she steeps they. And he got my fast sassel, he's like, as if Cedar 100.
Why are you talking like that? What's wrong with you? All of you? There's something in that fucking mirror.
Snatch the light mark. He's now up south, and that's set. Favorite up and then back around. He'll gather on the channel, Scottish Spanner, but again, where I'm in the finger to work fighter. Kain looks at the guy for the picket. I'm a so gassy with it.
Oh my god. Sorry, I'm in another, like, dimension right now. What do we want to try? There's got to be a hmm. Got to be a hint or... Oh, that's backwards. So if we flip that, it's really just the cube in the middle. That black spot would go on the right side. Hmm. Hmm. Let me look at something here. So if we look at this one, which I think is kind of our main image here. And if we flip that, now I was trying to trick with my phone camera and it's not quite doing what I want it to. Wow. I mean, I think I know, because, like, they don't want you to do what's on the image, because it's backwards. But looking at that in a mirror doesn't It just flips the little box in the middle of the cube. So I'm literally looking at that symbol in a mirror, and that's what it shows. So that one's a little different. So that's what that looks like, just with a line on the top. Like that. That's as close as I can get. Wait, what? Nah, I don't want to leave the room. Because this puzzle consists in here. See, there's no way to make patterns like that. We can only color the top, the sides, and the bottom. We can't do half the top and half the side. I wonder if I can leave and come back. No. Okay, so it's not a puzzle where I need to see what's going on in the real world. So I don't think it's so much as a reflection thing. What? Oh, I thought that was the answer. I was like, okay, that was the quest expiring. Alright, I was like, that's not possible. Like, that can't be a solution. And see, you can't swap the red with the black. Or pretend that the red is the black and the white is just... I don't know. I'm reflecting, or I'm putting exactly what that says right there. Ideally, doing exactly what's on the wall is technically doing it backwards, because in the real world, this entire image is backwards. And since this screen is already flipped, as we can tell from the print there, that's flipped. I mean, it should be flipped, man. Like that should be it. And it's the exact same image over and over. And the only thing I can change is that. And it still doesn't do anything. Look at that. That paper, the print is not reversed. And it's sitting on its side. So the black side of the cube is on the right. The entire top left and right is filled in. And the bottom is left like that. The only thing I can think of is that you have to go back to the real world and see what it shows and then flip it. I'm drawing this out right now. So if we reflected, oh my god, that scared the hell out of me. Motherfucker. So it's literally backwards from what we see over there. That's insane. And what do we get? Launch and reload efficiency. That blows my mind. I love this. This is the kind of stuff I like. Kind of nervous. Oh my god, everything's backwards, dude. I'm not scared. You're scared. So the TV room. Is on the opposite side. Dude, I'm hearing something nasty over there.
Did you see that? Someone's in there. Hurry, Nanomasu.
Oh my god. It's me.
Like anyone could understand that.
Dude, okay, so there was a dummy that was in there wearing that trench coat, and now it's me. Is that like destiny? Okay, now I'm scared. Right. That was really scary. Oh my god, she's in here now. Whoa, what? Huh?
That's not good.
What'd you call me? Dude, my reflection is free thinking. Nah, that ain't good. She's not good. Dude, she doesn't care. Oh, man. Huh? Dude. She's free.
Another one? camera up.
Goodness. Oh my god. That's insane.
I wonder what the Bureau was doing with this thing. Well, it's cleansed now. The hiss is gone. It's dealt with.
I can go back in anytime. Okay, so if if there were puzzles left, you know, I could go back in. That's what I was trying to understand. So we had to flip that symbol. Which, you know. Was pretty insane. So I'm gonna check that one off. That is the sync lab. Check. That's one thing on the list. In the maintenance, I think we already did the coolant pumps. So now in the containment sector, we have a bunch of stuff. A bunch of stuff in the containment. Alright, so let's see if we can get there. Okay, so yeah, this is what I was talking about earlier. Oh my god, I got the suit. This room. Something about this is creepy.
quacking.
Direct contact with the items is not permitted. Safety gloves are required when handling. Is a yellow rubber duck bath toy from the 50s. Single hole at the bottom allows air and water to flow in and out. The item makes the sound analogous to quacking. The item travels considerable distances with surprising speed. How it achieves this motion is unknown. The item forms a blank if unknown purpose with anyone who makes direct physical contact with it and begins to follow the quacking. To follow them quacking often. This led to a researcher named blank entering cardiac arrest, although due to the individual's health issues, the matter may not be connected to the item's effect. Item on loan to the research sector for proper study. So that got loose, and now I've contained it. But cool.
Is Dr. Darling's penmanship intentionally this bad?
Maybe he's trying to test our code breaking skills.
Okay, so we got energy, melee damage, shield. Alright, so Pierce 24K. Yeah, we have enough. Just need more source. Mirror supplement. She was admitted to a mental ward for emotional instability soon after relocating to Illinois with her family in 1914. Item only appears on record again in 06 when the Bureau investigated a sudden rise in disappearances in Illinois. Agents found the item hanging in the local library. They contained it quickly, so the missing people of the town were never recovered. August 18th, 1915, we certified that the case of Mrs. Blank shown her to be a lunatic under the reasons of hysteria, bad company, and imaginary female trouble or fixation with the family looking glass is noteworthy, though not an uncommon matter when considering the female disposition. Mrs. Carver is a fit subject for the lunatic asylum and will remain in its confines until her affliction is past. Signed, Dr. Blank.
After North Moore stepped down, I doubled every effort to find new prime candidates. There was no one. No one but me. That wasn't good enough. I pushed hard. I never wanted the Bureau to end up in that situation again. The Bureau needs a director. Always. When my time reaches an end, I want more options on the table. P1 through P5 were all false leads, dead ends, and disappointments. Then P6, Dylan Faden. He fell into our arms. No parents, they're gone, casualties of an AWE. The boy has exceptional talent. The oldest house will be his home. We'll build him from the ground up. He'll be trained and taken care of. Darling can be in charge of this project. I can't. I'll stay away. I will not fail the boy like I failed my own family. My daughter and my wife. We weren't careful enough back then. Something came home with me. I took work home. My Susanna got sick. When I realized my mistake, I wanted to bring her here for Darling to do what he could. Kate flat out refused. Civilian doctors treated our daughter, but they didn't have a clue. She died. Kate left me. Same old story. That was a long time ago. The Bureau is all I have now. And the prime candidates are our future. There are two, P6 and P7. We're spoiled for choice. Prime candidates.
Alright. So maybe I'm prime candidate 7. The item should be kept in a sealed chamber with minimal external visibility. Hanging mirror, oval and shaped. Frame is made of ornately wrought brass. Item does not reflect its surroundings accurately. Item's effect is complex. Most notable is the fact that the glass transports individuals to a paranatural space when touched. In this space is an imperfect reflection of our reality. Some objects inside the reflection are simple mirror images, some are blank, while some do not appear at all. The reflection only contains areas within a blank distance from the item itself. Relocating the item is proven. The reflection changes too, depending on its surroundings. Agents have been sent in to explore the reflection. Blank has been observed in the test subjects sent inside, believed to be psychosomatic, prolonged exposure to the reflection. Prolonged exposure to the reflection is not advisable. The
Bureau needs a director.
Needs a director.
Our future. P6 and P7.
Bright Falls, Alice Wake, Mr. Wake's wife, was found during the Bureau's investigation. She was interviewed and evaluated. She showed signs of severe mental trauma in the form of blank memory loss. She was later directed to treatment. It was concluded that she'd been trapped in the threshold during its manifestation. Notable individuals still missing from the Bright Falls event are FBI agent Robert Nightingale, Dr. Emil Harmon, refer to the Creator's Dilemma, and the file re the Cauldron Lake Lodge. Bureau researchers believe the event was a result of a forceful perception of subjective reality stemming from Mr. Wake overlapping in their own. Wake has been flagged as a potential para-utilitarian. See Prime Candidate Program file for more details. 2011, a book by Clay Stewart titled The Alan Wake Files was published by Roundabout Press. New York and Olympia agents interviewed Clay Stewart and suspected minor para-utilitarian sensitivity. He was placed under indefinite surveillance. Monitoring station was established at Cauldron Lake to alert the Bureau of any future activity. So there's another Easter egg right there for Alan Wake. Another Bright Falls Easter egg. An unconfirmed threshold manifestation at Cauldron Lake, Washington, resulted in a fictional story by the author Alan Wake creating an AWE in which reality was altered to match that of the story, though only locally and for a limited time. Mr. Kirkland, head of investigations, was alerted on September 13th, 2010 by ex-Bureau agent Frank Breaker. An AWE event was taking place in Bright Falls. Refer to events investigated in 70, 76, and 78. Breaker had received a call from Barry Wheeler, Alan Wake's literary agent, on behalf of Breaker's daughter Sarah, who is the current sheriff of Bright Falls. The Bureau field team arrived at the site 2 days later, only to confirm that the event was over. Interviews were conducted. Refer to the 1970 Thomas Zane, 76, 78, Odin Anderson, Tor Anderson. Alan Wake was believed to instigator. Eyewitness reports highlight an old light switch, possible object of power that was missing. Wake was not found at the scene. Reports claimed he dived into the lake, but no body was recovered in the search.
I can see you're upset, Meg. Why don't you tell Uncle Mr. Bones what's wrong?
I did bad on my clairvoyance test.
You can't ace every test, Meg. You see, everyone has different brains. Some brains can talk to each other. We call this ESP.
ESP?
Some brains can lift objects, like a baseball. Talk about a fly ball, eh, Meg? No interruptions! So who cares if you fail your clairvoyance test? Maybe your brain can throw baseballs, or talk to dead people, or make friends blind. Once we know what your brains can do, we'll know what job to give you. And if your brains are just right, you'll get to sit in the big chair.
What if I don't want the big chair?
What if I don't want the big chair? Everyone wants the big chair, Meg! That's why we're all here. Use those brains to listen for once, or the only chair you'll get in is the one with straps.
Okay, getting a little creepier.
I wish things had gone differently in Ordinary for us. But wishing won't change things.
Ordinary. So much coming together in this one case. A new object of power, something we have not seen before. I mean, coming from me, that's saying something. And the boy, Dylan Faden, prime candidate 6. And the sister as well. Well, once we catch up with her, but the boy had so much potential. We're talking Northmore level readings here. And I don't want to invoke his name, but it's completely different circumstances here. It's remarkable. There was an incident. Yes. We lost a valuable member of our team, yes. Excessive force. Dylan has so much. But he's just a kid. Like, I'll take the blame. He needs some slack. I mean, boys will be boys. He's exceptional and under a lot of stress. Roberts got killed. It's an unfortunate accident, that's all. Marshall needs to realize this. We will make this work. We'll make this work.
Okay, that's not good.
Finding the projector will.
Ordinary. So much coming together in this one case. A new object of power, something we have not seen before. I mean, coming from me, that's...
Transcript of conversation. Dylan Faden for review by Dr. Darling. Subject was alone during this outburst. You again. I thought I told you to leave me alone. Why are you showing me this? I can't do anything. Can't you see where I am? Why don't you help me get the out of here? You always show me things I can't do anything about. Stop showing me her. I don't care anymore, and I don't care about you. You both left me here to rot. Off, you. I will dig out my own brains if it means getting rid of you. I don't want you here. Get the message. Subject repeated the phrase off numerous times before being sedated at 17:53. Okay.
All right, I won't take up too much.
I think we've already heard that. Okay.
That's saying something. And the boy, Dylan Faden, prime candidate 6, and the sister as well.
Agent killed during blank involving codename P6, blunt force injuries from the head and neck, extensive trauma of the abdominal region, lacerations and contusions of upper and lower torso, fracture of the spinal cord between L1 and L2 vertebra, avulsion fracture of the 3rd through 10th ribs, left and right, blunt force injuries of extremities, abrasions, lacerations, and contusions of the extremities, dislocation of the left and right elbow, dislocation of the left and right knee. After examination, it was determined that the cause of death was internal bleeding that occurred when the blank was contorted through his blank. Oh wow. That's not good.
Once we catch up with her, but the boy, so much potential. We're talking Northmore level readings here. And I don't want to invoke his name. It's completely different circumstance.
Is this what Dylan wanted me to see? It doesn't matter. We need to find that projector.
They've been following for a long time. He was a janitor once. She referenced that. Wow.
All the times I felt paranoid, I was right. The Bureau could have given me the answers, but they just stood by and watched me.
Movement tracking, cause for concern, Cheyenne, Wyoming, Sydney, Des Moines, Chicago, South Bend, Cleveland, Bloomsburg, New York City.
We used to play there all the time. Me and Dylan, and other kids as well. We loved it. This time, I remember, was different. We found a way in, deeper into it, like it had shifted. We went inside, and that's where we found the slide projector.
A dump is a place for lost things. Things that have been thrown away. Did you ever feel that way when you were growing up, Jesse?
What? No. Yes, but that has nothing to do with...
Was there a slide projector at your home when you were small?
No.
Those were before your time, I suppose. But your family did look at photos together, maybe. In one form or the other?
Maybe.
When was this? Can you remember? At parties? Barbecues? How did it make you feel? Did your parents ever show pictures that embarrassed you? Was alcohol ever involved at these parties? Did your parents drink? Did that make you uncomfortable?
No! That's just stupid. Come on! That has nothing to do with this. Nothing. The slide projector...
Let me ask you this. As a child, did you ever fantasize about worlds inside pictures? Inside a painting? You know, stepping into a painting, into a hidden world, escaping and finding adventure there, away from your parents.
I don't think so. I don't remember. Maybe. I don't know. All the time. Me and Dylan, and other kids as well. We loved it. This time, I remember was different. We found a way in, deeper into it, like it had shifted. We went inside, and that's where we found the slide projector.
Did you ever feel that way when you were growing up, Jesse?
They studied what happened in Ordinary here. That's the place to start looking.
Yes, but that has nothing to do. Was there a slide projector at your home when you were small? Those were before your time, I suppose. But your family did look at photos together, maybe. In one form or the other? When was it?
I see your creepy teeth delivery and raise you a dead dog. Yeah, like a straight up deceased dog. Had a collar on it and everything. It'd been rotting in the box since they packed it up. Go ahead and imagine how that smelled, so don't go whining to me. I wish I got to watch a parade of human teeth. Willow, AWE, hollow sphere, stone-like material, vitrified soil, pieces of various sizes and colors, animal carcass, possibly canine, rusted metal bucket, leather wallet, aged shotgun cartridge. All materials go to the investigation sector for further analysis.
Dylan and I were both prime candidates. Experiments.
All clean.
We're going back home. Of course we are. It started there, and it's never gone away.
Page was discovered in an instance of the Ocean View Hotel and Motel and Casino that was linked to the investigation sector. The page had been pushed into the motel's corridor. From under the door with the symbol of a spiral, text transcribed from the item for 10 years. I've tried to write my escape, only sinking deeper. I used to know where fiction ends and reality begins. Here they are all the same. It's a hideous trap, my every thought made real. Fear, desire, how can I ever know for sure I've escaped and not just lost in my own fantasy of it? That thought alone can drive you mad. The identifiable words in the scratched out portion. Falls, Bright Falls, Haunting, Wake, Alan Wake, Light Switch, Ocean, Too Late, and the final sentence, You've been warned. So that's another Alan Wake reference. So we got the Ordinary Dump Site, Ordinary AWE, and Sterling AWE.
There's gotta be a way to rotate these tracks. Maybe there's a control panel nearby. There's a control panel nearby.
Guess who just had to inspect an inbound delivery of 100 teensy tiny little boxes? Me, that's who, and you know what's inside each one? A single human tooth. Gross.
It won't rotate. Something's blocking it.
So we can't go to any of the other ones yet. Well, those angel creatures are creepy. Transit corridor north. Gotcha. Airplane wreckage. Airplane in question has been brought in from a private airfield located in the town of Blank, Cincinnati. Suspected to be connected to the Blank AWE. It's being evaluated for altered status. Plane is currently being stored in the transit corridor in the containment sector, brought here from the New York subway tunnel. Special access. Links to urban legends centered on ghost stations, abandoned tracks. Plane's black box is currently being evaluated. Initial readings have been taken by a research team. No altered status has been detected. Wonder what that could be. Cincinnati. Ordinary AWE study on hold, areas off limits, pending future use. Wow. First slide was a room with dirty wallpaper and dolls on a shelf. There were a lot of dolls. The house was empty, no one lived there. We played in there a lot. It was our secret playhouse. Dylan and Jesse Faden, really? Went to school with Neil. Some kids called him Nosebleed Neil. Neil Hosenberg missing. It was mean. He had asthma. Tom Barlow missing. And his gang, Freddie. Frederick Bartwell missing. Hugo. No one by this name found public records, bullied him. We brought Neil to the dump to play. Unconfirmed existence of additional slide house.
You're listening to America Overnight, celebrating 29 years, shining a light in the shadows. Thank you for staying with us. Here's our first caller.
Hi. What I'm about to tell you, if they found out, I don't know what would happen.
If who found out, brother?
The men in the suits. They told me it was an industrial accident, but this is something else. Something nobody talks about. Ordinary.
This certainly doesn't sound very ordinary, caller.
No, not ordinary. Ordinary. It's a town. And it wasn't an industrial accident. I mean, that's what they said, but that's bullshit.
Whoa, please watch the language, caller. It may be 2 a.m., but we're still a family show.
I'm sorry. It's just, my brother lived there. They said the town was destroyed, but it wasn't. I went there. The people are gone, but the town's there. It's still there.
So the population of an entire town disappears, yet the town remains. Tell me, was the phrase, "there is no salvation," written anywhere?
I'm not sure.
The same thing happened in Brazil in 23, a village called Hor Verde. More than 600 people just up and left. The government said they were fleeing guerrilla forces, but we know the truth. A mass abduction. As predicted by my regular guest, Dr. Quincy Reagan.
Abduction? You mean aliens? That's bullshit! I know they're lying!
Now, I warned you about the language, caller. I'm afraid we're gonna have to cut you off. And good timing, too. It's time for a short break. Hang in there. America Overnight will be right back. You're listening to America Overnight, celebrating 29 years. Shining a light in the shadows.
AWE occurred in the town of Ordinary, caused by an object of power. Discovered by local children at the dump outside town. When a specific set of slides are used in the projector, projected images open doorways to other dimensions. Multiple slides were used by the children, resulting in disappearances of the town's adult population. October 30th, 2002, Dylan Faden, 10 years old, CP6, Jesse Faden, 11 years old, P7, were playing at the local dump when they found a discarded slide projector. Team led by Director Trench and Dr. Darling arrived at the site on September 14th. The AWE had ended, but the team found the Faden children who led them to the slide projector and the slides, which had been burned. With the exception of one, Jesse escaped, and agents attempted to detain the pair. Until 17 surviving individuals were found in the town. All of them were brought in for questioning and tests.
There is a curious correlation with the yet unknowable forces intruding upon our world, in the form of altered world events. These forces gravitate toward archetypal objects, a gun, a television, a supposedly haunted house. So clearly humanity affects this process. Our collective unconscious is a map of sorts. We hold the key, but we don't know how to use it. We create these archetypes through everyday life, popular culture, urban legends, but we are observing and influencing a complicated system in action. We can change the likelihood of something being a receptacle for these forces just by thinking about it. But we haven't found a method to control the outcome. And yet, there's something unique in us, in our dreams, in the conceptual reality with power with our minds. What's the cause and what's the effect? Are we the starting point or just a necessary evil in this? A byproduct, a reflection, a projection? We'll struggle to find the answers to these hard questions, or die trying. There is a curious correlation with the yet unknowable forces.
Jesse and me followed the dung monkeys to a cave. There was a lot of them. More of the kids from town joined up. It was really scary. Jesse grabbed the projector. We ran as fast as we could. They chased us. Fell and hurt my knee. Jesse tried to help me. The dung monkeys were coming. They were just about to get us, but then Neil showed up. Neil looked like a dog, like a melted dog, but I knew it was him. Neil, a lot of times he didn't like being a boy because Tom beat him up. I think he liked being a dog. The projector wouldn't turn off. So we changed the slide to the hand. I heard her immediately. She promised to help. Jesse said we should call her Polaris. It's because she was doing stars at school. Additional slide designation hand. Verified in Bureau possession. Unconfirmed existence of paranatural entity. Designation dog Neil.
Intruding upon our world in the form of altered world events. These forces gravitate toward archetypal objects, a gun, a television, a supposedly haunted house. So clearly humanity affects this process. Our collective unconscious is a map of sorts. We hold the key. We don't know.
Let's see. After what happened at school, the Miss Chester started spying on Tom and saw where they took the projector, DF. Tom and his troglodytes were using Sled Hill Cave as their headquarters. Where the projector was, they'd been using the temple slide. We called it that. It was a broken concrete thing like a warehouse or a bomb shelter or something very dark. The Knot mother lived in there with her baby's children. I don't know. She was feeding Tom and the others her milk. They were changing into little monsters. We called them dung monkeys. Unconfirmed existence of additional slide temple. And Knot mother. Nobody understands. Wow. So that is a thread that is left.
Annual evaluation of Dylan Faden. Annual evaluation of Dylan Faden, formerly P6, performed by Dr. Carla Vaughn. The questions asked here correspond to the 5th iteration of the Gunner's psychological assessment. Are you ready, Dylan? Let's begin then. In a single word, describe the world around you.
Where's Casper?
Dr. Darling is out of the building today.
He's never out. He didn't want to come, did he? He never visits, not since Roberts. Tell Darling it wasn't my fault. I couldn't control it yet, but I can now. I learned. Will you tell him?
In a single word, describe the world around you.
A prison. A cold, empty prison. Not even a poster on the wall.
Mm-hmm. What is the next number in the sequence 3, 6, 9, 12, 15?
18.
What day is it today?
How the hell would I know? It's not like you give me a calendar.
You find a rabbit in the woods. It is breathing, but not moving. You cannot see any blood. What do you do?
Leave it.
Expand on that.
It doesn't matter. The rabbit's not real. None of it's real.
What day is it today?
Do you enjoy asking people questions that can't be answered? Is this what gets you up in the morning? What you dreamed of doing as a scared, stupid little girl?
Can you describe a dog to me?
In Ordinary, we had a friend. Nosebleed Neil. And when it all went crazy, you know what I mean. Nosebleed Neil turned into a dog. Or something like a dog.
What day is it tomorrow?
Fuck off! I don't know! There is no calendar! How can I fucking know?
Dylan, calm down.
Fuck you! Fuck you and fuck Casper! Hey! Are you watching this, you old fuck? Did you send your bitch because you're too scared of me? Where is Casper?
Security, get a team in here. I need...
Okay. That was dark. Not good.
Formerly P6, performed by Dr. Carla Vaughn. The questions asked here correspond to the 5th iteration of the Gunner's psychological assessment. Are you ready, Dylan? Let's begin then. In a single word, describe the world.
Dump witness testimonies. Second slide, we called the meadow. This is really just an empty lot with a bunch of weeds. There was a shack and a phone line. Not like flowers, it was powerful, intoxicating. We had crazy dreams there. Must have been because of the smell. I didn't like it, didn't like losing control. In the dreams, everything was melting, and then we'd come out, everything had melted around the projector. Neil was really into it. Found he'd been coming there more and more on his own. Then Tom beat the secret out of Neil and found the projector. He and his goons took it. We thought Neil had got lost inside the meadow when Tom changed the slide, but that's not what happened. And there's no confirmed existence of that slide.
Let's see what they have on Ordinary. It's all here. Our home, our school, the woods, the dump.
Stage 3, Tom and the others had gotten worse. This is the public school. Carrier, the math teacher, Miss Chester, tried to make them listen, and they pushed over a piano on her, broke her legs, and Tom bashed her head in. Bye-bye, Miss Chester. I always liked her. I like math. Dylan. That was the tipping point. It was Lord of the Flies level bad. The grown-ups realized something was wrong. Police came, dragged Tom and Hugo and the others away. Tom was screaming that the not mother make them all go away. They enacted a curfew for every kid in Ordinary. Mom and Dad were pissed, asking us about the dump, about everything. I remember wanting them gone like Tom had said. When we woke up the next morning, pretty much all the adults had just vanished. Was I responsible? Did I? I don't know. Experiences a majority of Ordinary's population confirmed a result from slide projector related AWE.
Slide projector in the dump outside town. Did they recreate that too? Is that where they keep it?
You mentioned a poem last time we talked. By Thomas Zane?
Yes. Beyond the shadow you settle for, there's a miracle illuminated.
I looked the poem up. Only I couldn't find any poet by that name. I did find a European filmmaker who moved here in the 60s, named Thomas Zane.
What? I don't...
No matter. It suits you very well. The poem. How you see things. Maybe you wrote it yourself?
I didn't.
No matter. You've said a few times that you feel like there's a piece of you missing. Can we talk about that?
Okay. Yeah, it's this... I feel an emptiness, a yearning for something that I think I lost.
It's natural for you to feel that way. Your brother and your parents are dead.
No! No. Dylan's not dead. And that's not even it.
You're referring to the imaginary friend from your childhood?
Polaris. She's come back. After a long time, she's calling me. In a dream I saw, she showed me things.
Jesse.
It felt more real than anything. As real as what happened in Ordinary.
The industrial accident in your hometown? That you believe Polaris caused?
No, it wasn't an accident. There was no industrial accident, and Polaris didn't cause it. She saved me and Dylan.
Jesse...
No! It was a cover-up. The government knows about it. There were agents there. Agents from... I don't know exactly, but they took Dylan. I'll find them. I won't stop looking. Polaris wants me to go to New York. There's a building there. I have to leave soon. I have to be there at a very specific time. Something hugely important is going to happen.
Jesse, you know we can't let you go until you're well. And that begins by understanding what's real and what's imagined.
So that's another Alan Wake reference hidden in there.
A poem, last time we talked. By Thomas Zane?
Yes. Beyond. There's a miracle illuminated.
I looked the poem up. Only I couldn't find any poet by that name.
Ordinary details are largely based on interviews conducted with Dylan Faden. See relevant information, obtain therapy sessions of Jesse, as well as circumstantial evidence at the Ordinary site. Note that accounts provided by all three sources contain conflicting data. DF claims that there were 8 slides, JF mentioned 9, the Bureau found 1 intact slide, and the burnt remains of 6 others. Unfortunately, these slides are too badly damaged to be used in the projector. Jesse is believed to be the individual responsible for burning the slides. Dr. Darling has ordered that the entirety of the Ordinary town dump be brought to the Bureau for examination and analysis with the hopes of finding additional slides or other altered materials. Due to the limited space in the investigation sector, this AWE will be investigated in the containment sector.
Moved the whole landfill here in the middle of New York, and nobody saw a thing. Pretty unbelievable.
Dump cessation of work order. By order of Dr. Darling, all work in the Ordinary dump is to stop effective immediately. Resources will be allocated to the blank department. Details will be forthcoming. This area will be sealed at the end of the month. Please remove all personal effects before that time. Any photographic slides, the type used in slide projectors found in the area, should be delivered to Dr. Darling immediately.
We should check that lab.
No way. Old Gods of Asgard. I was 9 or something when I found this on my dad's Old Gods album. It became a huge fan instantly. Jesse. Rebirth. Greatest hits. Wow. So that's another Alan Wake reference. The Old Gods of Asgard was a band. It's featured in the game. Poets of the Fall actually did the music for that. Here we go.
Effective immediately. I'm setting up a new department. Dimensional research in the research sector. Transferring the slide projector there. That's where my focus will be now. The ordinary site remains as is. We'll be back to... I don't know when.
Darling took the projector to the research sector. He dedicated a whole area to it, so he knew it was important. Dimensional research. That's where we go next.
Dylan's a lost cause. I know I struggled to see this, but we've contained him now. I wish I had sided with Marshall back when it was just one person. So many dead. I thought his youth was an asset. Just too much too soon. Effective immediately. I'm setting up a new department. Dimensional research in the research sector. Transferring the slide projector there. That's where my focus will be now. The ordinary site remains as is. We'll be back to... I don't know when.
Globe supplement. Item was found in the penthouse suite, Toronto, belonging to David Wolf. Being investigated for illegally dealing altered materials. Bureau agents raided his penthouse. Found numerous paranatural belongings. Item, Mr. Wolf was arrested. Why would a 36-year-old Bay Street investment trader, filthy rich, married to a model, disappear overnight? That's the question that's kept Toronto high society up at night past week. Police say it's being looked into. Some nut job radio show in the States claims he disappeared to join the Illuminati, but it's a reporter's opinion that Mr. Wolf, bored of his job, sick of his family, left it all behind to retire in some remote beach paradise. Now he's sipping Mai Tais while the world thinks he's dead. Alright, we need to check the med wing, and then I think we'll have to wrap right there for now. Alright, we're gonna go back to Central Executive and we'll wrap up here for today. Take a look at our unlockables and stuff. Go ahead and max out our energy. Nice. Alright, something to check out next time, for sure. Awesome. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this episode. Stay tuned for more next time. We're gonna check out LP6, the archives, and we have let me pull it up. We have a couple of yeah, we need to go back and cleanse those two objects' power. So stay tuned for that next time. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.